bomb within you will immediately explode. This is all the information which I can impart to you. How you choose to use it is for you to decide. If used wisely, you can eliminate those who might be a danger to you. For a time, you would be able to control your fate. I wish you the best of luck. Snake finished reading and carefully returned the card to his pocket. The message had been lengthy, but its meaning was clear. Only those who verified their numbers at the red could pass through the numbered doors. Teams could not increase or decrease their numbers. The Reds, Deads, and Bracelet enforced the rules. They were judge, jury, and executioner. In defiance of Zero's suggestions, both Santa and Seven put their fingers down on their throats and even began to gag. The rest stiffened, some touched their stomachs, some simply stared at their bracelets. Junpei gingerly touched his stomach. There was a bomb inside his body. The thought of it made him queasy. His stomach felt oddly hollow, and his legs were weak. Why had Zero designed such a ludicrous game? Junpei looked over at the others. Alright, I'm gonna ask one more time. Do any of you know anything about Zero? They were all silent, each person waiting to hear what the others would say. Finally, Santa spoke. Actually, I saw him. I saw Zero when I got grabbed. I didn't see his face though. Son of a bitch was wearing some kind of gas mask. What the hell? Come on guys, give me something. You know, like, surprise or something? Instead it was Santa who looked surprised. There was a moment of silence, then everyone spoke at once. Yeah, I saw him too. Me too. He was wearing a gas mask. You like to talk at once in this game. Well, it's either they don't talk at all, or they all just talk at once. As stories were sorted out, the truth became clear. All of their stories were the same. They had been abducted at home at midnight. The person claiming to be Zero had worn a mask. There had been white smoke and then each person passed out. When they awoke, they had found themselves on D-Deck, in a room with a 3-level bunk bed. Only Seven's story seemed to lack the details of the others. Oh. Me? Yeah, well, mine was just like the rest of yours. That was all he had said. He seemed suspicious. It had occurred to Junpei at the time that it sounded somewhat strange, but he didn't press the issue. He hadn't done so because there was something that struck him as even stranger. That was the mystery of the relationship between Snake and Clover. For some reason they had been abducted from the same room and woken up in the same room. Junpei looked at them thoughtfully. So what's the deal with the two of you, anyway? It was Clover that answered. Clearly, she felt she had nothing to hide. We're siblings. Siblings? Yes. Snake is my older brother, obviously. That means I'm his little sister. That really so hard to understand? Junpei was taken aback. The others seemed just as surprised. She's correct, of course. He laid his hand on Clover's shoulder. Are you surprised? Well, yeah, but why? There are other people here with connections to one another. Those two, for instance. Snake pointed at Junpei and June. Oh, you mean between Jumpy and me? Ah, yes. You did say you were childhood friends, didn't you? You went to school together? Yeah. June glanced at Junpei, uncomfortable with the sudden attention. Junpei felt somewhat nervous as well and tried to scratch his head as casually as possible. Hey, you think maybe we could figure out who Zero is this way? Yeah, you're right. You connect the dots between the victims and it leads you to the perp. Textbook stuff. Junpei, June, does any of this ring a bell? Ring a bell? Ring a bell? They looked at one another, and like it was staged, they both tilted their neck at the same time. Well, perhaps you went to school with the son of a multi-millionaire. A millionaire? Son? Well, someone bought this boat and set up all of this. Whoever Zero is, they must be incredibly rich. Well, we can't be sure of that. To me, this seems as though it's the work of an organization, not an individual. Zero is most likely simply the representative of a larger group. What sort of organization? It could be a number of things. An army, perhaps, or a research group. Perhaps this is all some sort of psychological experiment. If it is, then it's a pretty fucked up experiment. I mean, come on, a guy's dead. The word dead hung in the air, heavy and ominous. The room went quiet again. I don't know who the hell this Zero asshole is, but I know for sure he's gotta be pretty fucked up in the head to do all this. If this was all one guy, then he's got some serious issues. Even with the spectre of death hanging over them, their discussions continued for some time. In the end, however, they learned nothing. Oh god, we're running out of time. By the time they'd finished, 1.5 of their 9 hours was gone. All they had to show for it was impatience. Man, look, we only got 7.5 hours left, okay? You really sure you want to just sit around? No one was willing to argue this time. Very well then. There's only one way for us to proceed. Sure, not gonna be fun running around knowing we gotta jump when Zero says. Jump. Well, it's stupid to just sit around here doing nothing. Thanks to Snake's card, at least we have some idea of how all this works. Correct. As long as we follow the rules, we will most likely be alright. But what? Who's gonna go in which door? June looked towards the numbered doors. Oh yeah, that's right. We can't have any more than 5 people in one door. All 8 of us can't go in the same door. Then it would seem we will have to split up. Wait. Lotus looked terrified. I'm telling you now, there is no way in hell that I'm going into door number 5. Come now, don't be selfish. Call me whatever the hell you want, I'm not going in there. If I'm gonna have to walk through all that blood, I'd rather stay here. And we were doing so well. Ace shook his head sadly. Sorry, but I ain't going in there either. Someone else going to door 5. Aw, Santa, not you two. Hey man, I just bought these shoes. If you think I'm getting some creepy dude's blood all over them, you got another thing coming. Nobody cares about his goddamn shoes, and we could all die in here. People. That was the last straw. What the hell, man? Weren't you the one who kept saying we should get going? Yeah, so? Doesn't mean I wanted to go into door number 5. Oh god. There was an awkward silence. Finally, 7 spoke. Fine. I'll go into door 5. I can't go in there alone, though. Anyone else willing to come with me? There was another long silence. This time Snake was the one to break it. I'll go. What? Don't worry, you'll be fine. We may part now, but I'm certain we'll meet again later. How do you know that? Because I do. That's not an answer. If you're going, I'm going too. I'm going into door number 5. What am I gonna do with you? There's nothing you have to do. Ace stepped forward. If I join you, the problem is solved, correct? 7 is 7 and Snake is 2. And if you go at Clover's 4 and my 1, the digit rule will be 5. 7 plus 2 plus 4 plus 1 equals 14. 1 and 4 equals 5. Oh, it works perfectly. The 4 of us can go into door number 5. Wait, what about the other 4? What's their digital route gonna be? Junpei did a quick mental calculation. Lotus, Santa, June, and Junpei remained. Their bracelet numbers were 8, 3, 6, and 5. 8, 3, 6, and 5. What would that digit root be? Oh, okay. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Hold on, I got it mixed up. 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 2 plus 2 would be 4. 4. He repeated what he determined. It's 4. Added up our 4 bracelets and the digital root is 4. Then we can go into door number 4. Yeah. Huh, that worked out well. Junpei ran over the team's assignments in his head one more time. 4 people would go